LSU defeats UC Davis 3-2 in a win where they played from behind for majority of the game. Coming into the second half, the Tigers made some changes defensively that ultimately gave them the win. With tonight's win, that marks Coach Shawn Hudson's 50th, putting her first all-time for LSU women's soccer. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Jonathan Salazar. If the Tigers want to finish their season strong, they will need to keep up their strong pitching as they go on the road to face off against Arkansas, who has been one of the hottest teams in the SEC as of late. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Jonathan Salazar. The LSU Tigers will be facing off against the Florida Gators this Saturday, and the LSU Dairy Store is preparing for that with a new Gator flavor. The new Gator flavor is sweet, but a victory against Florida this week would be even sweeter. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Jonathan Salazar.
Welcome back to the Strike Zone, and welcome to this edition of Freshman Phenoms. I'm Jonathan Salazar, and today we take a look at some freshmen looking to make their presence felt in the upcoming series. First up for LSU, we have pitcher Kaysen Evans. Kaysen has quickly become one of the best relievers in the country. Through 12 appearances, he has a whopping 0.67 ERA, and that's good enough for third in the SEC among players with at least 10 games played. Kaysen's fastball can reach up to 97 miles an hour, making him a nightmare for any batter. Next up is pitcher William Schmidt with an ERA of 3.95 and a record of 6-0. Like Kaysen, William brings a fastball that reaches into the high 90s along with his wicked curveball. He struggled in his last outing, but looks to bounce back versus Tennessee. LSU has to watch out for Tennessee freshman Manny Marin. Marin is a utility player for the Volunteers, and he brings a hot bat. He started in 8 out of his last 10 appearances, and over that stretch, he is batting .320 with 4 RBIs. As a young player in the hot corner, he's had some trouble as of late with 4 errors over his last 5 games. LSU can take advantage of this by hitting balls his way. Next is outfielder Chris Newstrom. Newstrom is batting .400 over his last 10 games, and he was on a roll before he got ill, and since coming back, he has cooled off. Newstrom looks to find his footing and get back to raking. In the heavyweight matchup between LSU and Tennessee, these freshmen look to make their presence felt in the mound and in the batter's box. For more on the recruiting power of these two programs, back to Andon and Patricia.
Thanks, Kennedy. The best way to improve your team is to be active on the waiver wire. And if you picked up this Panther off the waiver wire, you most likely won your matchup this week. I'm Jonathan Salazar. Welcome to the Fantasy Formula. Rico Dowdle was the best pick of the week with 32.4 points. Dowdle filled in for an injured Chuba Hubbard, and now it looks like a nightmare for all Chuba owners. In 4 games, Chuba has 217 yards. In just 1 game, Dowdle ran for 206 yards. Chuba is nursing a calf injury, which now seems like one of the worst injuries to deal with. Expect Dowdle to keep producing with Hubbard out. Next, Emeka Egbuka. Egbuka continues his monster rookie season with a monster 31.3 points. This was Egbuka's 2nd straight game with at least 100 receiving yards, and he now has 5 touchdowns in 5 games. The Buccaneers are in good hands with Egbuka as Mike Evans is on his way out and Chris Godwin comes back from a brutal injury. On the other hand, Derrick Henry finished with less than 10 points for the 3rd time this season. Henry has not gotten close to his Week 1 total of 29 points, and now with Lamar Jackson potentially missing multiple weeks, the Ravens' offense become one-dimensional, which will hurt Henry's rushing ability. Someone I'm not worried about is James Cook. Cook finished with just 4.9 points, and why am I not worried about Cook? Well, the Patriots allow the 5th fewest rushing yards per game, and this was Cook's first game under 100 yards from scrimmage since last season. Cook gets Atlanta next week, who allows the 16th most rushing yards. Expect Cook to bounce back easily. Finally, my favorite waiver wire ad this week is Theo Johnson. Johnson had his 2nd straight game with a touchdown, and is developing great chemistry with rookie QB Jackson Dart. Tight ends are known to be favorites among rookie QBs, so watch out and stash Johnson. The newest injury to watch is Amarian Hampton, who lands on the IR with an ankle injury, so be on the lookout for that waiver wire so you can replace him. After the break, meet the former LSU golfer who has made a huge jump in a professional golfing career. The number 1 ranked LSU Tigers flexed their muscles today in a 12-5 win over Missouri, led behind the strong arm of Cade Anderson.
Against Missouri, Cade Anderson tied his career high with 11 strikeouts and set a new career high with 6.1 innings pitched. And Coach Johnson is loving what he's seeing from his sophomore pitcher.
He's put together or stacked together a lot of really good starts. So I love just like the homer just kind of brushed off of him. He got to the next thing and executed in a way that you need a guy that's going to start the weekend in league to do.
Following the home run, Anderson would record 8 strikeouts and only give up 2 hits, resulting in a standing ovation as he left the field.
I like this, but honestly, the 2-run home run might have helped me, honestly, and I think that it kind of changed my mindset instead of like just being on cruise control, just getting after one batter at a time, and if I get taken out in the fourth, just give it all I got that in.
Another young star in the win versus Missouri was freshman Derek Curiel, who finished the game with 3 RBIs.
Some guys are born to play baseball and born to line up the barrel with a baseball, and he's one of those guys.
In the win, LSU punished Missouri for their costly mistakes.
There's going to be some mistakes, and I think good teams have an ability to just kind of say, keep giving them to us, and then take advantage of them.
Against a championship caliber team like LSU, you can't make those kind of mistakes like Missouri did tonight. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Jonathan Salazar. Tonight, the LSU Tigers dropped to 14-14 on the season as the number 5 ranked Tennessee Volunteers came into Baton Rouge and feasted in the paint today. The one silver lining from this loss, though, was the incredible play from freshman Victorious Miller.
In the Tigers' last game against Florida, the freshman standout was Robert Miller III. In today's game against Tennessee, it was Victorious Miller. Head coach Matt McMahon is loving the way his young guys are developing, and the improvement is evident.
Victorious, I thought, took higher quality shots tonight. In his first 3 starts, I thought took some really difficult shots, therefore his efficiency wasn't very good. But tonight he got higher quality looks and stepped up and knocked those down at a high level.
Victorious would finish the day with 17 points on 6 of 11 shooting. He was also responsible for 3 of the team's 7 made 3-pointers. The Tigers shot 7 of 27 from 3, and against a ranked opponent, you can't win like that.
I believe the 2 wins last week, I think we were 24 of 58 from behind the arc, 41%. These 2 games with Florida and Tennessee, I believe we're at 16 of 58.
Tennessee's length and physicality proved to be too much for the Tigers as Tennessee converted 32 points in the paint and 27 points off second chance.
Their physicality and toughness on the offensive glass overwhelmed us. Their second chance points, I thought, ended up being the difference in the game.
Though the season isn't going how the Tigers would like, they won't give up because these next 3 games are still valuable reps for everybody.
We still have, like 3-4 guaranteed games. So, I mean, you know, I think we do it to ourselves a lot of times, and we're just going to take these mistakes and then, you know, fix them and carry on to the next game, and then, you know, just keep getting better.
Although the Tigers season isn't ending the way they like, they won't just roll over and die. They still have 3 more games left, plus the SEC tournament to play in. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Jonathan Salazar.
Sports Update.
Welcome back and welcome to the Tiger Sports Update. My name is Jonathan Salazar. As LSU prepares to face off against the Gators, the LSU Dairy Store has a new Gator flavor for the students to try.
These new game day flavors are not new to the Dairy Store.
Since last semester, with every football game, we release a flavor according to whatever team we're playing. So this week we're playing Florida, so we have See You Later Alligator, and of course it's orange with chocolate chip.
Later Gator and other game day flavors have been a hit with students across campus.
I think it was really good, actually. I was like scared because it's orange, but it was really good.
I think it was really good too. It kind of reminded me of like this candy that I used to have. It's literally just chocolate covered oranges.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
Although it's Gator flavored, don't worry, there's no alligator in this ice cream.
But we try and keep it playful. Like, I believe Florida's colors are orange, so we were like, oh, Florida's orange. We're obviously not going to have alligator-flavored ice cream, but if Florida is orange, we can have orange-flavored ice cream.
The LSU Dairy Store has a rich history just like Florida and LSU.
I mean, our history goes all the way back to about 1918, believe it or not. So we've got a rich history. Believe it or not, our formula for ice cream hasn't changed.
Students can enjoy eating Gator ice cream as well as defeating them on Saturday.
And we're playing the Gators this week. Who do you guys think is going to win?
Tigers, obviously. LSU.
The new Gator flavor is sweet, but a victory against Florida on Saturday would be even sweeter. Speaking of a sweet victory, Brian Kelly encourages LSU fans to bring the energy inside Death Valley for the SEC opener. This Saturday's Gold Game marks the first color-themed home game for the Tigers since 2022.
We need to live up to our resume as the most difficult place to play in the country because it's SEC time. So you had your warm-up tailgates, you got your recipes down, you got how much you need for drinking. Now, let's go get it.
Well, that's all I have for your Tiger Sports Update. But coming up after the break, thanks, Gia. Everyone quickly took to all social medias to express their thoughts on Brian Kelly's firings. Students took to YikTak to show their feelings about the news. One student said that this warrants a big celebration. Barstool SEC posted this video on X referencing Kelly's looming departure. This is Chalino Sanchez, and if you know the context of this video, then it makes perfect sense in Kelly's situation. At College Football on X posted this, showing how Kelly now gets to spend his leisure time on vacation with recently fired Florida coach Billy Napier. And it wasn't just LSU fans taking to social media with their reactions. Former LSU star wide receiver Malik Neighbors posted this video to his Instagram shortly after the news broke about the firing. From this, it looks like Neighbors is telling Kelly to kick rocks. Former LSU wide receiver and Super Bowl champion Brandon LaFell posted this GIF to X, showing how grateful he is that Kelly is now gone. And #1 recruit Lamar Brown took to X to express his gratitude for Brian Kelly. He thanked Kelly for recruiting him to LSU. And with Kelly leaving, it raises the question if Brown and others will leave as well. There is a lot happening on social media, but even more on campus, as LSU fans can't seem to stop talking about the latest news. Reporter Brazier Clark went outside the stadium to ask students how they feel about the recent firings.